Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning here at RMU Island Sports Center. We have your Arctic Foxes against the SHAHA Panthers. PAL divisional game here back from Cleveland last weekend in the booth with me, Matt Bouchard. Welcome, Matt.
Morning, everybody. The Foxes are coming off of a great win in Ohio last weekend. It was an interesting tournament, 2 losses, 1 tie, 1 win, but that win at the fourth game was a real turning point maybe for the team.
Yeah, we're hoping that game, that effort carries on here for the rest of the season. It was something to watch. The boys all skated so hard. A player-coach meeting the night before really seemed to inspire the boys that game, so let's hope that continues on.
Yeah, and it's been a while since the Foxes have had a home game, so it's nice to get back in here and hear some music again and warm up.
Fox is going to be wearing their home whites, SHAHA Panthers in their road greens. We know this team. We're familiar with this team from last year. I think we ended up playing them 5 times last year.
We did play them 5 times.
I think we tied them once. I think they beat us twice, and we beat them twice. So
yeah, it was close.
It's been an evenly matched series here, but we know they're an experienced team. I mean, a lot of our boys have played these kids all through mites. It's always been it gets chippy.
Yeah, it's a team you like to dislike.
This could be like our version of the Capitals or the Flyers, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's quite at the Flyers level. I kind of hold that for the Preds.
Yeah, probably more like the Capitals. 19 seconds left in the warm-up.
Our good friend Chris Eicher is going to be refereeing today's game.
He's getting in a stretch, getting limber, doesn't want to pull a hammy.
He was just looking up. I missed the chance to wave at him. Let's see if I can get him on camera waving to us.
That's okay. Just wave at him in the middle of the game. Maybe he'll wave back.
I'll try. That would be even more amazing. Right before the opening face-off, give him a wave, see if he waves.
Hey, guys. On the bench for the Foxes today, we have Coach Justin, Coach Chris, and Coach Russ. Let's see, who's the dad in the box today?
Looks like Frank Degano.
Frank, dad in the box. We have a good rotation of dads in the box going.
Dude, parents never shy about stepping up to work the sin bin. It's one of the easier jobs you can volunteer for in hockey.
Well, sometimes.
I mean, even if you have a lot of work, you still just open and close the door. It's up to the scorekeeper to keep track of who's going out. Yeah. Coach Justin getting the team pumped up, turns to Coach Chris. Coop plugging the pucks out of the net. Huddy in there, gives a fist bump to the ref. I like that. All right, Fox is rolling out a starting lineup here. Hudson Bouchard in goal. Defense, Sage Bile and Cooper Gallagher. Forwards yet to be determined as they are muddling around the bench. Looks like we're going to go Luca Gerline, Eric Antel, and Cruz Willoughby.
Nope, all business this morning.
All business. I tried to get the way from Coach Eicher. Sorry, Ref Eicher today. All right, here we go. Eric Antel on the opening faceoff. Foxes and SHAHA ready to set to do battle here in this PAL game. Puck is dropped in. SHAHA controls the opening faceoff. It is swept all the way back into the SHAHA zone. Foxes, though, tie up the attempted breakout. And this is forced down to Luca. Luca finds Cruz in the slot. Tried to push it towards the net. It was disrupted by SHAHA and out to the point. Cooper sends that down below the net. Around to Luca. Luca sends it back behind to Antel. Antel back to Luca. Fox is playing catch below the goal line here.
Good pressure to start.
Puck knocked free by SHAHA, but Cruz in on the forecheck. He lost an edge and went into the boards. Looks like he's okay. Puck squirts past Sage into the neutral zone. Sage goes D to Coop as the Foxes regroup in their own zone. Cooper hard off the wall looking for Antel. He's able to move that towards the SHAHA blue line, but SHAHA turns it back and enters the Foxes zone. Nice back check by Antel. Breaks up any sort of rush. Cooper again with it. Flips it out through the neutral zone. Off the skates of the SHAHA defense as they change behind the play.
Bit of a phantom trip.
Puck working its way towards the blue lines. Cruz is there. Cruz finds the puck now. He's trying to get his feet moving. He dumps it and goes for a change. In on goal. SHAHA goalie pokes that to the corner. It's Tanner. Tanner first to it. Tried to toe drag into the corner, but SHAHA broke that up. Tanner able to come up with it on the near wall here. Able to regain possession. Tanner looking for an outlet. Curls back. Sends it to Luke. His shot was blocked. A good one-time chance. Tanner trying to find it in the slot. Unable to get a shot off. Luke tried to shoot again. Was blocked again by another SHAHA player.
Some really good structure from the Foxes in the early goings.
SHAHA on a counterattack, driving the far wall against Roswag. Roswag forces him into the corner. Bash down below the goal line to support. Roswag able to dig the puck out, still being ragged by the SHAHA defender. He sends that up to Tanner on the near wall. Tanner, Luke, and Bass on a 3-on-2 if they hurry. Tanner dumps it in behind the net. SHAHA first to it. Bassett on the forecheck. Luke there also. Luke able to gain possession of the corner for a second, but SHAHA took it from him, and they come up the far wall. They move it out the center. Roswag's going to gather this for the Foxes. Roswag holds, lofts it into the zone. He did not gain center red, though. We're going to get our first icing.
Not bad start for the Foxes. Not bad at all.
Face-off coming all the way back down here in the Foxes zone on the icing. Negligent in my score-keeping duties here. There we go. Puck drop. Zach wins the face-off. Axel goes for the far clear, and he finds Logan in the neutral zone. Logan trying to rush up the ice here. SHAHA coming back in numbers, though. Logan tried to get it on Cage, but whiffed on the shot. Still has the puck, though. Looking, he had Zach for a second, but couldn't get the pass to him. Logan reverses it to Zach. Zach back to Logan. They work on that cycle below the goal line. Logan on the near wall. Goes back below to Zach. Zach able to step out. Lost his edge. Tried to cycle it back below the net. SHAHA able to get it, but Logan right in on the pressure. Takes the puck. Eli there working with them. Eli, Zach, and Logan really tying things up in the SHAHA zone here. Eli has it. Sends it around behind. Glove down by SHAHA. Play right to Logan. Logan out in front. Zach on a backhand. Logan tries to stuff at them. Then SHAHA able to hold for a face-off.
I think somebody got harpooned a little bit after the play. That was a bit tangy.
9:14 to go here in the first.
Tell you what, every shift so far has gotten some good offensive zone time. SHAHA hasn't had much to go on yet.
Yeah, Foxes on their feet moving to start. Puck dropped here. Zach went forward with it and is able to gain possession. Sending it around behind the net. Eli in against two Panthers, and Eli able to win the battle. Eli falls down. SHAHA trying to escape with it, and they work it around the wall to the far corner. Logan over applying the pressure. Puck up the wall, held in by Coop. Coop sends it right into the slot. Logan broke that up. Look out. SHAHA counterattacking. Some speed. Nice poke check by Sage to break that up. Cooper hard on the back check. Penalty coming up here on the Foxes. It's going to be Coop, I think. SHAHA working it, and stoppage in play. And the Foxes are going to go to the PK here, I think.
That was an
8:42.
interesting whistle because the Foxes hadn't touched it and they were still coming out in front. I'm not quite sure why he blew it so quick, but I'll take it.
I think it was maybe an anticipated cover by the goalie, by HUD, as it was right in front of our cage.
Yep.
But definitely an early whistle. And again, like you said, we'll take it. 8:42 to go. Again, we're back in Powell, so minute-long penalties here. Eric Antel in on the face-off for the Foxes.
Also worth noting, the periods were 12 minutes, not 15 like they were in Ohio.
Puck is dropped and worked free to the neutral zone. Cruz giving chase here on this SHAHA player as he regroups in his own zone. Cruz chases him all the way back behind the SHAHA cage. Antel now switches with Cruz, and he's in on the forecheck pressure. SHAHA trying to break out. SHAHA getting a little rush here. Jace with a nice job. He got the shot off, but I did off the side of the cage. Cruz all over the player with the puck. 3 Foxes over in the corner. That one dangerously out in front of the net. Cruz working over to get it. That was blocked, deflected. Hits Sage in the crease off of Huddy and hits Sage. Antel able to work out the neutral zone. Antel with some speed if he can get to the puck. SHAHA player falls down. Antel's got a chance here on the PK. Antel backhand shot save by the SHAHA keeper. Good chance on the PK as the SHAHA player lost his edge. Cruz works the puck down 6 seconds to go in the penalty, looking for a centering attempt. Not there. One final rush here for SHAHA on the power play. They dump it and go for the change. Cooper free from the sin bin. Jace back behind the net, looking for the puck. He finds it. Jace up the near wall, looking for Luca. Evades him. No ice as SHAHA played it in the neutral zone. Luca able to tie things up, held it in the zone. Trying to turn it to Tanner. Tanner with it. And SHAHA forces that back out. Jace steps up in the neutral zone and sends that deep into the SHAHA zone. Nice play by Jace. Jace going to the bench for a change now. Luke on the forecheck pressure. SHAHA up the far side. Here they come, 3-on-2. Axel and Eric are back for the Foxes. That shot goes wide of the cage. Right back out in front, but Axel tied the man up going to the net. Nice play by Axel there on defense. To limit the chances to just 1. And that's an offsides play there. Yeah. From SHAHA.
A little bit of bad habits are starting to creep back into the game again. The defense are giving up a lot of the blue line territory and not engaging until the face-off dot again. Makes it for very easy shots on net because they don't have to work hard. Hopefully they'll see that and have a chat about that and start facing up on the blue line.
Puck drop. Tanner wins it back to Roswag. Roswag tapped it to Axel. Axel back to Roswag, and he comes up the near side looking for Tanner. SHAHA holds it in there. Tanner able to find it. Tanner trying to work through the neutral zone, taken away by Shaw and turned right back. Roswell steps up on a man. Simless worked that one right free to the slot, right in front to Shaw. Big time save by Hudson on the backhand attempt. Sounded like maybe stick. Bass trying to push that one through. Got tied up in the ref skates in the neutral zone. Foxes smartly delayed touching that puck as the door of the bench was open. Avoided the too many men. Here comes SHAHA again. Roswell on his counterpart from SHAHA wearing 84. Shot saved by Hudson. Held in at the point by the Panthers. They send it back down. Working free again. Roswell back out. Forcing the play wide. Centering pass goes over the net as Axel, I think, got a stick on that shot attempt. SHAHA now with some sustained zone time here. That shot blocked by Roswell. It's under the SHAHA player. Axel finds it and sends it out. SHAHA turns it right back. Roswell pokes it free. Keeps working its way right to the SHAHA stick in the slot here. SHAHA really going to work. Puck working its way towards the neutral zone. Held in at the blue line and poked out by Tanner. Bass trying to chip it ahead to himself. SHAHA broke that up though. Not deep enough for the Foxes to get a full-scale change. They did get Zach on. Tanner goes to the bench now. Get another forward. It's Logan. Bass still out there. Roswell gets the change. Axel still out there. Sage back on. Zach sends that below the line to Logan. Fox is looking for their own time here. That one off of Logan's skate and started to creep towards the net, but hit the back of it, and SHAHA comes away with it. Sage able to break things up in the neutral zone. He carries back in and dumps it. Bass to the bench and Eli out. Sage with a nice play to hold at the blue line momentarily. SHAHA works it through the neutral zone. Sage takes it, turns. Sage has a chance, gets it ahead to Zach. It was just too far.
No icing.
Not going to be icing, though. Logan in there on a play. Logan and the SHAHA player go in. They tie up. Eli able to come up with it. Turns it over there. SHAHA able to regain and come out. Zach takes it in the neutral zone. Penalty coming up here behind the play.
Trip.
It's going to be Eli going to the box for a trip. Fox is back to the PK.
Yeah, there were a couple close calls. That third one finally got him.
They were letting them play, but once the advantage was gained from it, they threw the arm up.
Yeah, the Foxes have been working on physicality a little bit in practices. So far, it looks like it's coming through a little bit.
Antelligan out there on the PK for the faceoff. And he's able to win it, but Shaw took it away right away.
Ooh, that's another penalty.
Another penalty coming up here.
I was watching that in slow motion. The arms just kept extending, and then the ref raised his. This is going to be important now. Down 5-3.
A long 5-on-3, 56 seconds.
Foxes are missing a player. They need a third on the rink. Still looking for one. The coaches don't seem to see it. There we go. We got.
You're gonna go 2 forwards. Well, you have Antel out there, so he's like a D and a forward.
Yeah, he's a bit of a hybrid. Swiss Army knife.
Antel, Cruz, and Rosswog are going to be the first 3.
2 minutes for hooking. Time penalty 4:30.
Puck is dropped. SHAHA with a clean win. Look out. 5-on-3, walking right in. Rosswog tried to block it and missed, but the shot went wide anyway. Shaw working right into the slot. That one high over the cage. Fox has got to pressure out further than this little area in the slot, or Shaw is going to have 1,000 shots.
Active sticks.
There's another one off the post. Rosswog cleared the crease, though, and he slaps that around the wall. Hopefully it gets out, and it does. It's not going to go far enough for a change, though.
25 seconds left on the
Cruz
first
has to
penalty.
remember here we're 5-on-3. Can't forecheck that deep. Antel with a nice block, and he's able to come up with it. He's got to flip this out of the zone, and he does. And this one might get down for icing, though. But that'll get the Foxes the change they need. 3:45 to go in the first. 11 seconds on the 5-on-3, and then 16 seconds on the extremely abbreviated second power play.
Yeah. That block by Eric was a high risk, high reward, but glad that he pulled it off. Because it's basically shooting through the screen of Eric. If it makes it through, it makes it a more difficult save.
Did a good job to get the legs together and not let anything come between his legs.
Yeah, if you're going to commit to that, you got to commit. You did a great job.
Bass out. They keep Rosswog and Antel on the PK. Switched up Bass at the center point here. Shot right into the crease here. Gets the shot off. Similas blocked it. Nice play by Bass. Sends it around the wall. Doesn't get out. First penalty's out. Eli out of the box. 2 seconds left. This shot goes wide. Everybody free. We're even up now. There's a blocked pass by Bass. Rosswog sends it around the near wall, and Jace is there with it. The Fox is able to kill the 5-on-3. Big time penalty kill by the Foxes. Yeah. This one comes back in offsides, and now the Foxes are really able to reset the lineup.
Yeah. SHAHA's looking for shots between the circles. That's pretty much where they're trying to set up their offense. As long as the Foxes can recognize that and stay on top of it like they have been, it should make for a good morning. It's surprising they're not using their defense more.
Especially on the 5-on-3. There's so much open ice.
Shots, but they're not taking advantage of it.
Face-off won by the Foxes. Luke first to it off the wall. SHAHA tied it up and sent it right back in. Axel there spins it up the wall, looking for Luke on the wall to clear it.
Yeah.
Went all the way back to Sage. Sage sends it the length, and this is going to be nice on the Foxes.
And
3 minutes even.
And Eric, we have a goalie change for SHAHA.
They changed already.
They did change already. SHAHA likes to switch out their goalies halfway through every period.
Every period?
Every period.
That's interesting. I guess that keeps them more warm than doing it halfway through the game.
Yes. If you pay attention, the first goalie had a black blocker and glove and white leg pad. So he's kind of the black and white cookie of the goalie pair.
Look out. Sage tried to clear that and it hit Axel and dropped right into the slot for SHAHA at the face-off. The Foxes are able to avoid that. Foxes come in on sides. There's Bass. Oh, nice centering pass there by Tanner. Bass drove the zone. It got tied up, but the Foxes stayed on sides. SHAHA now counterattacking. Tanner hard on the back check, breaks things up at the line, and Luke sweeps in to take the puck from SHAHA. He goes back to his D, Axel, and Axel moves it up. Luke's going to be the first one to this with a chance here on the near side. Luke down the side, shoots.
Off the side of the net.
Off the side of the cage. Tanner works that back up to Axel. It got past him. Look out. SHAHA's going to be the first of this. Sage coming over hard, and he's able to disrupt it as SHAHA just sends it in on cage, and Huddy covered it, but then freed it. And play continues. Sage there to get it. Zach moves it out, looking for Tanner, but it was too far in front of him. Bass applying pressure. SHAHA sends this back in. No ice as he gains center edge.
Yeah, 2 minutes left in the first period. Shots are Panthers 4, Foxes 3.
Bash trying to work it out. Disrupted at the blue line by Shaw. Zach Hart here. He's going to get to the puck. Zach sends it all the way back down below the net. SHAHA gathers it. Not kind of whiffed on the clearing attempt there. And Logan able to tie it up on the far wall. Logan looks. He centered it, but nobody home. Except for SHAHA. SHAHA turns and comes back up. Coop able to disrupt this in the neutral zone. Eli back now. Body contact there by Eli. Nice to see. SHAHA sends this below the net off the back. Roswag has it. Tried to turn back in front of the net. Hudson tipped it right back to him, and Eric went high off the glass and got it out of danger. Nice calm play there by Hudson as Roswag turned the puck over right in front of the net.
He wanted to give Hudson an assist chance.
I think he did, yeah. Huddy just calmly tipped it right back to him, and Eric cleared it. Down to a minute here. Roswag has it. Tried the backhand clear. Tied up by SHAHA, though. Unable to get it out. Roswag stepped up on him and along the boards. SHAHA doing a good job of holding the puck in. Eli all the way back. Good body contact there. Zach comes up with it. 45 to go. Zach off the backhand. Can't clear. SHAHA holds in again. Sends it right back below the net. Cooper's going to be the first one to it. Cooper has it. Too long with it. SHAHA able to break up the clearing attempt. Down in the near corner here. 30 seconds to go. Slap shot from the point. Blocked by Roswag. And he's able to clear it out of the crease, but it goes right to the slot. SHAHA still with it. Roswag out, trying to disrupt it. He does. Roswag off the wall and out with 20 seconds to go. SHAHA trying to turn it back. Zach's got a chance, trying to move it to Eli. Zach with 10 on the clock. Down the near side, shoots. Rebound in front. It just went wide of the far post. And down to 5 here through the neutral zone. Things are tied up. Sent back in by Coop, and that's going to do it for Pitt.
Almost.
Just going to call it.
0.4 seconds left in the first period.
Referee asking both coaches if we can just run it, and we do. All right, that's the end of the first here.
Well, that was a bit of a funky period. It started off well-structured. The Foxes were getting into a rhythm, and then penalty kills. Had 3 penalties in the first period. 5-on-3, and they did well to kill it. There were at least 5 blocked shots from the defense on that.
Yeah, absolutely.
But then the game kind of turned into a stalemate, and shots are tied 4-4, but the story there is the shots are only 4-4.
4-4, low chances. It's almost like they're feeling each other out.
Yeah, and like for me personally, watching the first period, I feel like it's a very winnable game for the Foxes.
Absolutely, yeah.
The thing that they need to pay attention to is that they don't shoot themselves in the foot.
Yeah, bad pinches or bad changes. They can't allow the opportunity. They're doing a good job of staying close to the net. I would like it to be a little more cleaned up in front of the net. Feels like it's maybe one good bounce for SHAHA away from a goal.
Yeah.
Foxes have done a good job below the net, but I don't think they've had the pressure in front as much as SHAHA has.
Yes. The black and white cookie goalie is now coming back into the net for
All right.
SHAHA.
The Oreo goal. All right. Cookies and cream. Yeah, you would call them cookies and cream.
SHAHA needs some spiritual advice. They just need to look to their goalies.
You take play back.
All right, second period starts off. Foxes on the left, moving to the right. SHAHA right to the left. Face off won by SHAHA. Contested at the neutral zone. Still fighting for it, and it enters the zone. SHAHA carries off of a few, gets in on a break, and one time just missed. And Cruz will take it back the other way. He's got Luca breaking. Luca is able to take it, gets into the zone. He's got Cruz coming fast. Looks for him, but just hits off the goalie. Taken by SHAHA and out of the zone. Dump back in. Cruz is going for it. Large defenseman and the 2 fall. I'm not sure who they're going to call this on. Maybe SHAHA? They are going to call it on SHAHA.
Body check call on SHAHA there. He got Luca against the boards. I don't know about that one.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a soft call. In fact, both kids just kind of fell at the same time.
We'll take it.
All right. So the Foxes get their first power play.
11:25 to go, second period. Foxes in the power play. Tanner, Luke, and Bass with Axel and Coop as the D. Puck tied up. SHAHA able to gain control, and they move it out to the near side wall. Coop finds that in the neutral zone, sends it back down below the SHAHA cage. SHAHA looking to regroup, but Tanner's in on the forecheck and able to disrupt it. off the Luke on the near side, and he mishandled it there. And SHAHA's coming 1-on-2 against Axel and Coop, and SHAHA dumps that in. This is going to go on cage. Huddy cleared it, and SHAHA got the shot, and Huddy was able to turn that one aside. Cooper finds Luke. Luke tips that ahead. Bass going to be first in on it. Bass is there for the Foxes. Moves it to Luke on the near wall. Luke back to the point, finds Cooper, and it worked its way out of the zone.
It was out of the zone.
Well played.
Wow. The DJ is bringing sass.
Well played. So the offside call brings a neutral zone face-off here, and the face-off is controlled by the Foxes as they try to move it into the zone, but it's turned over and cleared out by SHAHA.
It's a lot of contested pucks.
Tanner now first to it, and he sent that almost right into the grill of Coach Russ there, but off the glass.
11 seconds left in the penalty. Not much time, but if they win the face-off, might be able to do something.
We're going to get a center ice face-off here as the puck out of play. Tanner wins that clean. Rosswag moves out ahead and past Bass and into the SHAHA zone. SHAHA able to move it back to the neutral zone, and just like that, the power play is gone. We are back to even strength. Tanner enters the zone. His attempted centering pass was blocked. Bass came up with a steal, though. He's working below the goal line, trying to get his feet going, trying to find an option, but SHAHA took it away from him.
He had options on the D high side. They were wide open, and he just lost control of it.
SHAHA down the far side against Jace. Jason Rosswag back. Pass. Oh, that's just unfortunate.
Deflection in the blue paint. I'm not sure if it went off of the Fox's deep.
I actually think it went off Luke's stick on the back check. Tried to break up the pass.
Yeah, it looked to me like it went through the 5-hole.
Just a rush down the side and a centering pass somehow in front got redirected and went in the cage. Either off the SHAHA player, Luke, or Rosswag, all in front there with sticks in the lane. It just ramped up and snuck past Huddy. SHAHA wins the faceoff. They dump it right back in, and Jace has it. Jace goes behind his own cage to Rosswag. Rosswag, immediate pressure. The official call from the referees is that it was an unassisted goal from the wing, so I'm guessing that was off of a Fox's player. And
likely was, yeah.
Rosswag able to turn that one around and send it up the near side wall. Zach over to take it for the Foxes. That was deflected right through the slot. Over to Jace's stick. Jace leading the rush now, 3-on-2. Jace, Eli, and Logan in on the rush. Jace goes around a man. Looking to center, and he does. It's right in front under the goalie's equipment. And it is held for a face-off. Eli in there applying the pressure in front of the net.
The legs start to look like they're moving a bit slower here.
9:21 to go, second period. SHAHA 1, Foxes nothing. Eli in on the face-off with Zach and Logan, with Cooper and Sage. Eli goes forward on the draw. Able to control it below the net. Tried to turn it back to Logan, but it hit off the side of the cage.
Still
Puck
on the
is
cage.
on the back of the net. They're digging for it. It's free. Trying to move it to the front. Eli tried to stuff attempt, and that's closed off.
9 minutes left in the second period. Shots, Panthers 7, Foxes 6.
.906 to go. Zach again. Zach now going to take the face-off. Same set of forwards. SHAHA able to win that one forward and control it. They get it past the D. Look out. A lot of pressure coming up behind the Foxes' defense. But Sage worked it to the wall. To Cooper. Cooper up the sidewall, but held in by SHAHA at the line. SHAHA now working. They go below the net. SHAHA tried a centering attempt, but that hit off the back of the cage. Sage lost his edges below. Cooper there, applied the pressure. Centering pass stolen by Eli. Moved to the blue line, but not out. SHAHA turns that right back in off Zach's skates. Cooper fighting through it. Zach found it, poked it out to the neutral zone. Zach follows it up. Got it to Eli, up to Logan. Logan one-on-one now. The SHAHA defender fires one. Blocker to side into the corner by the SHAHA goalie. Zach able to get over there first to it. Zach doing battle with the SHAHA player. SHAHA player is down on top of him.
Yeah, got sat on a little bit.
Logan with a nice play there from behind, and he's able to bring the puck and take it back into the SHAHA zone.
I think both teams are officially awake.
Cooper sends this one back here. Things getting a little chippy behind the play. Eli down now, gets a slash from a SHAHA player, gives it back to him. Referee says, let's play. Zach turns, sends it below the net. Sage pinches down. Sage all the way down in the corner. Logan fills for him. Sage out to Logan from the point. Logan's going to tee one up. Slap shot, and it deflected and off the goalie and went wide. A good chance for Logan there. Cooper unable to hold at the line, but able to tie up the SHAHA player, win possession back, and dump it right back into the SHAHA zone. Fox is going for a full-scale change. Antel, Cruz, and Luca the forwards now with Roswag and Axel at defense. SHAHA turns this up. SHAHA enters the zone, 2-on-2. Right down the side, blocked by Axel, and the attempted rebound went wide. Roswag clears that up the wall to Luca. Luca out to Cruz. Nice breakout by the Foxes. Cruz tried to send it back to Antel, but it was just a little too hard on the drop pass. It was a nice thought. SHAHA counters 2-on-2 again. Luca coming back. Pass goes all the way across, and Roswag breaks it up. Cruz now trying to skate it out of the zone, gets taken off his stick. Puck free to the SHAHA player into the slot. Luca finds it. Luca turns his feet and goes. Luca getting all sorts of pressure from SHAHA there as it was 1-on-4. Roswag misses on the poke check. That one off the side of the cage. Behind the net, centering pass right into the slot. Huddy with the save, cleared by Antel. And the Fox is able to escape the zone. Cruz up to Luca. And that one off his stick right back to SHAHA.
Defense looks tired.
Roswag with a poke check, able to take it off the SHAHA player. Pitchforks it up to Luca. Luca works it up the wall and out. Just out of the zone. That one back in offsides, and the Foxes look at a much-needed change.
Yeah, honestly, they got lucky on that to get that whistle. Taking a look at the SHAHA goalie. Doesn't look like they're going to... Yep, they're swapping.
Very astute observation there. Goalie dad, always watching the other goalie.
Eyes everywhere. Eyes everywhere.
Tanner in on the face-off for the Foxes. Puck is dropped. SHAHA wins it, comes right into the zone. Stepping down, Sage able to disrupt things and turns it back. Luke has it. Luke and Bass. Luke right down the slot, fires wide of the cage. SHAHA in first to it behind the net. SHAHA looking for the stretch pass. Sage broke that up.
Yeah, the Foxes are starting to play superhero hockey where just scramble, break in as fast as they can, try to beat everybody, go to the net and take a shot. It's not working.
Yeah, got to move the puck a little bit.
Yeah.
Especially through the neutral zone.
Yeah, it would be to their benefit to just, once they get the puck, slow down, let the rest of the team set up around you. Not everything has to be a bolt of lightning.
Face-off won by Tanner. Over to Bass. He worked it to Jace. Jace below the net. SHAHA able to win the possession off of Tanner, and they come up flying up the near side wall. They got a man ahead. Dumps the puck in. SHAHA looking for the chance. In right off of Huddy's chest. And that was Coop able to clear the crease. Puck stays in, though. SHAHA driving right back down below the net. Stuff attempt there goes wide as they had a man posted up on the crease. SHAHA doing a good job of driving right down the boards behind and then centering the puck.
Yeah, 3 Foxes D on 1 player in front.
SHAHA controlling in the Fox's zone here.
Oh, that's
Tanner able to work the puck free.
I don't know how he got away
with it. Took a
with
man down, but no call. SHAHA still possesses down below the net. This one tipped up. Look out. Bass might have a chance if he's got the legs. Puck's free to Bass. Bass and Tanner, he missed the puck, though. In the neutral zone. Bass trying to work it free. This one poked around Sage. Look out. 2-on-1 for SHAHA. Nice centering pass. Wide open in front. Big time save by Huddy. And he got the rebound. What a save by Hudson Bouchard.
That might, if the Foxes end up winning this game, this will be wide.
That was an incredible toe save by Hudson on the rebound off the 2-on-1. And he was able to shut it down. Fox is still trying to clear the zone, though, and they finally do. Eli was looking for Logan and went all the way around. SHAHA sends Zappe, and Logan breaks it up in the neutral zone. Logan taking some pressure here from SHAHA in the neutral zone, trying to work it free. Eli there, too. Zach in support. Puck to Zach, and he pushes it into the SHAHA zone. He's looking for a change. Cooper on now. Cooper and Jay still out there. That one right in front. Eli couldn't get a stick to as it bounced off the SHAHA goalie. Coop down, sends it down the far wall, looking for Eli behind the net. Eli has it. Looking. Finds Logan. Back to Eli behind. Over his stick. Eli getting some pressure from the SHAHA player. Puck battle behind the net. Right to Logan. Logan trying to step out in front with it. Has it. Tries the backhand pass up to Coop. Coop fires. Look out. Blocked, and the SHAHA's in on a breakaway. Huddy way out of his crease to support. Toe drag. Another big save by Hudson Bouchard. Incredible. Got the toe back out. Huddy keeping the Foxes in it. This one played by high stick. SHAHA takes it away. That nullifies the high stick. Chase trying to clear the zone, though. Can't. Zach all the way back down. 3:22 to go here in the second period. Zach behind his own net. Foxes are running around in their own zone. Zach still has it. Foxes just aren't moving to support him. This group has been out here for a while. Eli now up the near side wall. Has Antel with him. Antel holds to stay on side. Eli right through the slot, in on the SHAHA cage, and their goalie stops it and holds with 3:01 to go. Shot total's got to be tilted at this point. No?
12-11.
Wow.
It's tighter than you think, but it's a lot of those little types that are just kind of squibbling in on the net. Not a
Yeah,
lot.
some great A's here for SHAHA in this late end of the second
Yeah,
period.
the Foxes need to wake up here. They're lucky to still be in this 1-0. Need to start moving the legs.
Antel unable to win the faceoff. It goes back behind the SHAHA cage. SHAHA to it, but Cruz able to find the breakout on the near side. He held it in. Turned over to SHAHA. Roswag pinched to try to disrupt that, and it got past him. Axel was back. Antel and Roswag on the back check. Huddy blockers that one up, and it dangerously bounced into the crease and went wide of the far post. Another toe save by Huddy. That was a clean shot from the front of the slot. Another one turned back in on Huddy, and he covers. Two SHAHA players run into each other in front of the cage after the play.
If I'm Hudson right now, I am screaming at my team to wake up.
Hudson Bouchard just keeps making save after save, and the Foxes need to rally around him here. SHAHA wins another faceoff, right back to the D, and they send it from the point. That's off a high stick, and Huddy stopped it. SHAHA not going to. Why would the Foxes touch that? SHAHA could not touch the puck because it was a high stick, and we just tipped it right back to him, right into the slot, broken up by Cruz. Nice stick in front of the net. Roswag out the pressure to the D. This one right through the slot. Huddy back over to save. Roswag clears it out of the crease as it was sitting there for a big rebound, and the Foxes are rallying here a little bit. SHAHA really ramping up the pressure here in the second half of the second period. Antel in on the back check, forcing the play down around its near wall, comes up with it, finds it, finds Cruz on the breakout, Cruz through the neutral zone. 1-on-2 as he tries to get past the SHAHA player, he pokes it deep. Cruz looking to center, and he just whiffed on the pass, had Luca in front. SHAHA quickly back out here with 1:40 to go. Look at Luca here on the back check, getting to it. SHAHA dumps and goes for a change. Axel over to it in the far corner. Tries to reverse it, but the SHAHA player disrupted that, and SHAHA comes up with it behind the cage. Tried to center, but Axel knocked that down. There's a centering pass. It goes in off of Huddy. Where is it? It's free. It's behind the net. SHAHA toe drags around right to the slot again, off the skates of Axel. Hud's there. Puck still free. Roswag able to clear it up the near side wall. Bass finally digs it out for the Foxes, trying to escape. Foxes need to get it deep and get this D pair chain. They've been out there for forever. Right in front of Luca. Bass from his belly gets a shot on goal. But turned aside by the SHAHA keeper. Tanner comes up with a loose puck. Under a minute to go. Tanner, Luca, Bass. The forwards. Luca went right back to Tanner below the net. 45 seconds to go. Luca looking for a centering pass. It was tied up by SHAHA. SHAHA counterattacks. 1-on-1 with Roswag with some back checkers for the Foxes. Roswag blocked the shot. 30 seconds to go in the period. Tanner moves it up to Bass. Bass had Luke. Luke gets back on sides. Bass comes in, taking a lot of stick work there from the SHAHA players. This one into the neutral zone. Roswag trying to find it. He's able to push it. It was off sides, though.
Well, Eric, you said the shots have to be lopsided by
It is
now, and
now.
you're surprised that they weren't. Well, now it's 18-12. This game is getting away from the Foxes quick. They need to
Period
find their
break.
legs and wake up.
Period break coming at the right time, but they got 18 seconds to get through before we can get to that. Eli went in and forced the play. Zach held it at the blue line. We're down to 10. There's one that gets past Zach. Cooper able to work it right back down, but off a SHAHA player. 6 seconds to go. SHAHA counters attacks here. 3 seconds. Zach turns it back in. He lets one fly.
Oh my goodness!
Oh my goodness! Zach from the blue line brings it off the post right before the buzzer, and the Foxes were that close to tying it.
Had that went in, that would have been bananas for how this period went. All right, so 2 periods down, shots after 2 periods. The Panthers are leading with 18. Foxes have 13 after that quick blocker save and then off of the post deflection. Well, the game started off a little bit slow, but the Foxes had some good structure. They were working the puck around in the offensive zone. SHAHA didn't have a lot going on. A couple penalties later, that evened it out, and now the ice is tilted in SHAHA's favor significantly. Taking a look at the benches, they're getting some instruction from the coaches. If I'm Hudson, I am screaming at the team after that period to wake somebody up and light a fire under somebody to get some momentum back. Because if the third period goes like the second, unfortunately this score is going to remain what it is, or worse. SHAHA goalie swapping again. Number 39 is back in the net. 36 comes out. We'll add a little incentive to the Foxes here to maybe get them going. We're going to say the first 2 minutes of the third period, if the Foxes score, Eric Roswag buys everybody a mini stick. Face-off won by SHAHA and turned over. Sage fighting hard to get it. Was able to work it up. Zach Seach takes the puck. Eli holds on the line. Zach takes it in, contested, and he loses it to the SHAHA defenseman. Eli's there to pick it up, but it gets past him. SHAHA breaks back into the zone on a 3-on-2, slow forming. Cooper blocks up on a centering feed. It doesn't make it through. Now it does, and it just slides wide of Hudson. Picked up by Eli looking for an outlet. Gets up to Logan, but he couldn't take it. Zach picks it up in the neutral zone, takes it back in. Fighting with the defense, and he's able to get it up. Shot comes in, blocked by SHAHA defense. Cooper almost holds it in at the line. He throws it in, and it's an offside. Almost 1 minute into the third period.
Whew. What an end of the second. Had me all excited. I had to step out for a second.
Did you? Face off at center.
Here we go. SHAHA wins the face-off, dumps it back in. Roswag able to come up with it. Goes up the near side here to Cruz. SHAHA able to turn that one back there. Nice poke check by Antel. Takes it off the SHAHA player through the neutral zone. Now a puck battle on the wall. Getting a little physical. SHAHA sends it in. Antel comes up from behind. I'm surprised he got away with that one. Cruz able to turn it back up. This is going down the length. It's going to go wide of the cage, but SHAHA goalie is going to play it. Wave off the icing. Luca in on the check, looking for Cruz. Went past him. Roswag held up the line, sent it to the far corner. Nobody in the vicinity over there. Cruz and the SHAHA player go to battle. They both fall down. Puck's still there. Cruz comes up with it, gets it to Antel below the net. Antel works it over to Luca now. Luca looks, turns it right back towards the cage. SHAHA there. And able to come up with it, and they're working on a regroup behind the net. Roswag pinches down, able to hold the puck in for the Foxes here. Antel rotates high for him. Roswag tying things up, tried to center it, nobody there but SHAHA players, and SHAHA breaks out. But it is 1-on-3 as Jace, Antel, and then Roswag are back for the Foxes. This one all the way back. Roswag has it, moves it up the side to Antel. Antel tried to flip that out to the neutral zone. It got blocked for a second, and Luca turned it up. Fox is working it here right at center edge. SHAHA comes up with it. 1-on-2 here. SHAHA into the zone. Roswag able to delay him. Jace comes over. Roswag clears it out of the slot. Good combination there. Jace and Roswag on D. Centering pass off of Jace's skates. Back below the net. Jace finds the puck. Sends it up the far wall. but SHAHA holds at the point. Shot in, deflected, and never made it in towards cage. Roswell goes into the corner now with a SHAHA player. They battle. Eric takes that man down. 50-50 battle, though, no call. Foxes again can't clear the zone, though. Bass now with it. He loops back to his own zone, trying to skate through it, and he gets taken down. Puck free, though, and Shaw able to grab it back through the neutral zone. So referee's letting them play. Antel able to fire this down. This is going to be for an icing, and Foxes will get a chance.
Yeah, the 2-minute mini stick has expired. Unfortunately, nobody wins mini sticks. Eric is relieved.
Just wait till you have to go to the bathroom once, Matt. People are going to be looking for cars.
We got to get the team going. Need some momentum. Got to fire them up.
Tanner Maslick in on the face-off for the Foxes.
Some confusion here by SHAHA.
Bass and Luke are the wings. Axel and Sage at D. Face-off won by Shaw. Stepped right in and shot. Huddy saved it.
No, it was offside of the net, I think.
Shaw's trying to work right back in front. I think Huddy got a piece of that one with his glove.
Yeah. The SHAHA is basically walking in within 3 feet of the net now.
Slapped around by Sage out to the wall. Gets free to Bass. Bass has a one-on-one here with Shaw player, and Shaw's nicely steps right over and takes it off of him. Shaw counterattacks now. 3-on-2. That shot in, kicked wide by Hud, and maybe wide of the net. I don't know.
I think he got a piece.
This turns back. Foxes have a chance. Bass could not get possession as it got hung up in front of the Foxes bench, maybe in the snow.
The Foxes have literally stopped playing hockey.
Sage dumped this back below. Axel there with it. Puck worked up the far side now. Bass trying to poke it free again, trying to walk through the contact. Tanner has it now. Tanner trying to get his feet moving. He dumps it deep. Puck over there gets past Luke. This one coming right back up the near side wall. Bass gets it back down to Luke. No, it's disrupted by SHAHA. Shaw on a 3-on. Oh, the player went to the bench. They had a 3-on-2. Coming in, Rossler with a poke check, able to poke it away for a second. He gets it down to the corner. He's able to disrupt that centering pass also, and it bounces behind the net. Tanner back now, working it up the near side wall. Zach with a nice stick lift on the near side wall, but SHAHA able to fight through it and dump it right back down. Cooper below. Cooper has pressure on his back. He's able to reverse things. Escape for a second here. He moves it right to the slot on a Tanner stick. SHAHA broke it up.
5 minutes left, or 5 minutes into the third period.
Zach
The Foxes don't have a shot yet.
Zach with a nice diving play was able to clear the zone here as he was getting his feet moving. He started to lose his edge, but was able to work it out. Rosswag now's got his feet moving. Look out. He's carrying a puck with some speed. Rosswag right up down the blue line. He's coming down the far side. He's behind the shot. He cuts to the middle of the slap on the last penalty coming up here as he went to pull the trigger and got slashed from behind, and the Foxes are going to go to the power play.
Maybe this is the wake-up call that they need.
Rosswag absolutely just blew out of the zone with the puck.
Line change for the Foxes. No, they're going to keep. There's a little bit of confusion. Looks like Eric and Cooper are going to stay on.
Eli, Zach, and Logan for the power play forward. Rosswag and Cooper out at D. Face off back. Rosswag tips it over to Zach. Zach lets one fly. It was a rolling puck. It went over went over the net rather. Logan battling in the near corner here. Shaw comes up with the puck. Zach over. Rosswag holds it, but it got out of the zone, but not all the way down. Rosswag went to Coop over to Eli, and the Foxes got that pass disrupted as they came across the blue line, and it was offsides.
It was the right idea, it just didn't connect.
One step further into the zone.
Yep.
Here comes the goalie change in the middle of the PK.
Like, this is what you want if you're the Foxes. Put a goalie in that's pretty much cold, hasn't seen anything for a good 20 minutes.
Zach goes forward on the faceoff one right to Shaw. They clear the zone. Shaw driving here. They dump. And we're down to 30 seconds on the power play. Rosswag has it, moves it behind to Cooper. 6 minutes and 10 seconds to go here in the third period. Looking for that stretch pass, but you got to go to the puck. As Shaw stepped up and just disrupted it. This one works its way back through the neutral zone to Logan. Logan has it. He flips it into the Shaw zone, but not deep enough. Shaw finds it and sends it right back out. That's pretty much going to do it here. Nope, we got an ice. Sorry, I forgot which league I was watching. In the NHL, that would have done it for the power play. Foxes are going to get an offensive draw with 6 seconds left on the penalty.
They will. Still looking for the first shot of the period, halfway through.
Puck dropped. Antel won it, tried to move it to Cruz, and SHAHA intercepted it. The idea was there. SHAHA now driving down the near side. Cruz back. Hudson able to poke that one, and after it slides around a little bit, able to cover it. Matt Bouchard calmly says nothing in the booth.
It's kind of my fault, if I'm being honest. So Hudson, I know that you can't see it in the video, but Hudson wears what's called a gobbler. It's a clear plastic thing that sits on his neck. And when you're looking down trying to get the puck, it can get in the way. But it's for safety.
Yeah, I would not have a kid playing goalie without one of those on. SHAHA won the faceoff. They are able to force this down into the Foxes zone. Sage and Antel doing battle for the puck. SHAHA looking to step out in front, but Sage tied things up nicely and then blocked it, and Huddy able to gobble it up in his catcher's mitt there with 5:23 to go. Sage with a nice defensive job there as he was able to disrupt the centering pass first, and then once the puck worked free to SHAHA, was able to tie things up, so it was just a harmless little rolling on Hudson.
Yeah, this is kind of like Sisyphus rolling the boulder up the hill here. I don't know what it's going to look like to change this, but something needs to change here in the last 5 minutes.
Puck drop, Foxes win the faceoff. Sage immediately goes to that far wall breakout they've been working on, and unfortunately it went to SHAHA off the bounce off the wall. Antel back checking hard here. Cruz now in working to get the puck free. He's able to disrupt it, bash it off the near wall, but Cruz able to come up with it. Cruz tried to dance around the man through the neutral zone that was taken away and sent right back in below the Foxes net here. Sage over into the corner to work at it. Turn it back to Antel. Antel looking for Luca. Luca taps it to himself, has Cruz. Nice lead pass by Luca. Got Cruz behind the D. Cruz with a chance. That's a penalty coming up here. It's going to be a hook. I mean, Cruz was behind the D.
Penalty shot or just a hook?
Penalty shot. It's going to be a penalty shot. That's a penalty shot, right?
I thought penalty shot was pointing to the center.
No, that's going to be a penalty shot.
He is calling penalty shot. Good on you, Eric.
Cruz was behind the D and had him beat. So penalty shot here, chance for Cruz, a chance to tie the game.
And this will officially be the first shot of the period.
If he hits the net.
If he hits the net.
Why'd you hit the net?
Sorry.
Come on, Matt.
It will hit the
net.
net.
All right, here we go. Cruz coming down the ice on the penalty shot attempt here. And he digs it. He scores! Willoughby on the penalty shot, and he has tied things up for the Arctic Foxes.
What a clutch move. The amount of pressure on Cruz. 5 minutes left. You get a clear break, left-right deep, shoots high.
It was almost a triple D. He almost went Gordon Bombay. He was going back and forth, got it to the forehand and roofed it over the blocker of the goalie.
Yeah. I want to run down on the rink and give Cruz a hug.
Let's point out the breakout pass that sprung Cruz in the first place was a little one-tap pass by Luca right here at center red on the near side wall. That sprung Cruz behind the D. And the Foxes have tied this thing up. Let's hope those wheels are going. Bass right in, gets a shot on goal, tried to flip it back in, and stopped and held by the SHAHA keeper.
On SHAHA, number 6, Bonucci, 2 minutes for hooking.
Tanner now in on the faceoff for the Foxes. Things tied up with 4.5 minutes to go. Tanner wins a free centering pass, and it just missed Bass's stick. Foxes hard on the back check. Bass is flying. SHAHA gains center red, throws this behind the net. Axel's back to it. SHAHA's going to be first to it. Axel ties it up nicely in the corner. Centering pass disrupted by Bass. Tapped it right to Tanner. Tanner's got Luke with him. 2-on-2. The Foxes coming at SHAHA. Tanner drives wide, trying to work it to the middle, kind of losing control of the puck. Bass finds it in the slot. He fires. Save. And blocked and held as Luke in front trying to cause all sorts of havoc. Fox is ramping up the pressure now.
Yeah, Luke did a good job of dragging his skate on the blue line to keep that on sides.
Very good job by Luke because he was a step ahead of Tanner, and the puck started bouncing a little bit on Tanner.
Yeah, there's some life now in the Foxes. I'm seeing some glove taps. I'm seeing some stick taps. They're in it.
Eli in for the faceoff. SHAHA wins that part off the wall. It took a weird bounce, went right to Shaw, and they come out. Rosswag pressures at the blue line, driving the man wide. This one in on Huddy, kicked it right to the slot, and Sage able to sweep it out of there. Off to the near wall. Sage then breaks it up, gets it to Logan. Logan's got Eli ahead of him. Look, brings it to Eli. Eli trying to get past the last SHAHA defender. He's in, uses his body, and he... And the Foxes take a 3-1 lead! What a play by Eli to get his stick back on it, and the Foxes take the lead with 3.5 minutes to go!
The SHAHA defenseman was able to break it up just before the shot, but Eli didn't give up on the play. It stayed within his feet. He was able to get a backhand through the 5-hole.
Unbelievable play by Eli Tagano.
This is a stunning turn of events in the final 5 minutes of this game.
SHAHA wins the faceoff, sends it back into the Foxes' zone. Rosswag has it. He sends it up the near wall. Gets it up past Eli. Eli and Zach. And Logan now. Logan coming down the far side. Zach one right to the net. Eli in the high slot. Logan flips that below the net to Zach. Foxes right back in on the pressure here. SHAHA able to get out to the neutral zone. Gets it to Sage. Sage on a rolling puck looking for an option. He's able to step around a couple SHAHA players, but the third one able to take it. Foxes were changing.
They gotta be pressuring higher.
SHAHA stepping in, trying a centering pass. Rosswag broke that up, takes the puck. Rosswag's got his feet moving. Rosswag's got some space in front of him. He's got Cruz with him. Rosswag drives, cuts to the middle. Rosswag clear down, shoots right off the goalie's chest, and he holds.
Big save by the SHAHA
Oh
goalie.
my
Otherwise,
goodness,
that would
Eric.
have broken it wide open.
Eric had the high blocker corner wide open. The SHAHA goalie dropped into the butterfly early.
Yeah. So we got 2:40 left in the third period. This is essentially a 5-on-5 penalty kill for the Foxes. Everything's got to get out of the zone fast.
Antel in on the faceoff. Cruz and Luca the forwards. Rosswag and Sage at D. Puck is tied up, eventually controlled by SHAHA, and they break out past that forward and past Rosswag. And they're going to call an ice, and I think that we got lucky there. That one hit Eric's skate, definitely in the neutral zone. Should not have been an ice, but we'll take it.
We'll take it. It's been a while since the pendulum has swung on this side.
Foxes go for the D change. We got Cooper and Jace out there now with the same set of forwards. Antel, Luca, and Cruz. SHAHA wins another faceoff, though. Luca, though, right in on the forecheck ties.
he
They
loses
lost
his
his
stick.
stick, though. Cruz able to tap that breakout pass. And here we go. Turned into the neutral zone. Jace steps up on the man nicely, and Coop takes the puck. Coop driving now, looking down the slot on the backhand, just sent it wide to the far post. Nice look by Coop.
Luca doing a good job of keeping it low, but he loses it.
SHAHA trying to
Comes up the
break
other
out
way.
here around Jace. They tip it around him. Cruz is there, though. Cruz drives the play right down the wall, disrupts the play. Jace back now. SHAHA player circles into the slot. Look out, look out. Shot. Saved by Huddy and cleared by Cruz. Took the heat out of the crease there. This one works its way right back in on Hud. He was able to deny that. Puck tied up behind the net. Down to 1:40 to go. Foxes need to work. There's a man in front of the net wide open. There's another shot. I don't know if I think it went wide.
Yeah.
Jace there sends it up the wall. Foxes can't get it out though. The goalie is pulled for SHAHA. Puck's right back in front. Trying to walk around on the near side. Cut off by Cruz on a nice defensive play. Down to 1:20. Foxes desperately need to clear it.
Rebound off of the
No goal. They're waving it off. No goal. No goal.
Why though? I'm curious myself. What are they calling here?
Goalie interference maybe? The shot went in off a HUD.
He did make the initial save.
I wonder
off
if
of
they
his
kicked
leg
it
pad.
in, Matt. I wonder if he kicked it. SHAHA obviously not happy with the call. Foxes really need to pay attention here.
What do we think that they're officially calling here? A kick?
1:14 to go here in the third period. SHAHA obviously not happy about it. I would not be
I would
happy
not be
either. The referee did skate right over and gave an explanation. It did not did not do anything for it. Shaw now able to turn it back. Look out. Foxes need to rally here. Roswag poke check with Logan there. Logan able to clear it and dump the zone all the way back down. Not going to go for an icing. We are under 1 minute to go. Oh, SHAHA player bobbled the puck and it almost rolled into their own cage, but he was able to regain. Logan comes up with it. Logan trying to work it to Tanner for the empty net. Roswag has it. Fires for the empty net. He scores, but it's offsides. Oh, my goodness. The stinking automatic offsides just robbed the Foxes of the empty net goal. They finally hit.
That one wasn't good.
They finally hit. Why is this coming down to our zone?
Because it was an intentional offside by their view.
Oh my gosh, you got to be kidding me.
To be fair, literally every Fox was in the zone, so yeah, I'll give him that one.
But he's looking at the net. All right, SHAHA wins the faceoff. They turn it right back in. They have it in the zone now. Possession into the middle. Zach finds it, tries to clear, finds Tanner. Tanner flips it out to the neutral zone. We're down to 35 to go. Logan hard on the forecheck. Trying to get to that puck to send it deep into the SHAHA zone. SHAHA has it though. Coming through the red line. They're stepping in the Foxes zone right down the middle.
Come on,
Sage
guys.
driving that thing wide off a Honey and in. SHAHA has tied it with 22 seconds to go.
That's the downside of what's called an RVH. It's a resting vertical horizontal. That's what that's called when Hudson was down on the side post, which will save most of it, but not all of it. What you give up is around your head, and they just shot it off of his head. There's 2 games in a row where a goal has been scored off of Hudson's head.
Right off the side of his head, but like you said, nobody pressured the man high enough.
Right.
Puck is dropped. SHAHA, look out. We still got 20 seconds to get through. SHAHA dumps it in. Cooper able to wrap that one up the far side boards. Down to 12 seconds. Foxes need to clear the zone here. Foxes forwards are way high in the zone while the puck is down in the corner. I don't know what we're doing. 3 seconds to go. We're going to escape with a tie.
Well, tie game,
another
2-2.
tie for the Foxes with a late lead in the game.
Yeah, this is officially the weirdest game that we've had all season.
Yeah.
Kind of poetic that they got that second goal at the end, because I don't know about that kick-in call, but for a game that we were convinced was going to be probably looking at an inevitable loss, and able to get the lead again, which is remarkable, ends in a tie.
Ends in a tie. So Foxes is at their 6th or 7th tie of the season. It's been a lot.
Yeah, it's been a lot.
And
now,
I think majority of the ties the Foxes have held third period leads. So.
Yeah, but I will say, looking back to the second period, the 2 breakaway saves that Hudson made, to me, is the difference in the tie versus the loss.
Oh, unbelievable. Huddy, the 2-on-1, he got both saves on the 2-on-1.
Yep.
Something you never want your goalie to have to do in a 2-on-1, but he was equal to the task and then made a beautiful toe save on the breakaway.
Yep.
And, held us in it, and the Foxes, to their credit, were able to get the goal on the PK.
Yep.
Or, I'm sorry, the penalty shot. And then Eli with a great stuff attempt to get the lead.
Yep.
Unfortunately, we're now a bad bounce off Huddy's head. But again, no pressure, too much room for the SHAHA player.
Yep. We're now in a middle school dance with the music from the DJ after the game, which
I mean, that's kind of
we'll
what it
just let it
feels like.
sway a little bit back and forth to the momentum of the game.
That's what a tie feels like, right?
It does.
Pillow fight, you know.
It does. I'm going to drive the whole way home not knowing how I'm supposed to feel about this game.
You should feel great. You're
I do.
held us in. I mean, unbelievable.
I do. All right.
All right, I think we've rambled enough, so we're gonna go ahead and end this. Fox is back in action, I assume, next weekend. I haven't looked ahead, but thanks for joining in, and we'll see you guys next weekend.
Toodles.